Okay, another Bring Me the Horizon, man. Absolutely love this band, and we haven't done them for a while, so I apologize about that. Somebody has requested that I react to sTraNgeRs. I don't know why it's all spelt with capital and lowercase or like that, but anyway, Bring Me the Horizon, sTraNgeRs. The last track we did with him and Sigrid was absolutely insane. So yeah, man, this one's fairly new, so let's see what we got. Let's go.
Maybe I'll just be fucked up forever. Should've figured myself out by now.
This man's voice! Oh my god, man. Ollie's voice, man. I just can't, bro. That raspy huskiness of his, man, that strikes you straight in the heart, man. We're just a room full of strangers. Let's go, man. Obviously, this is going to be probably a psychoanalysis of people, essentially, where, you know, we different personas, personality traits, all fighting against each other in the head. Surely that's where we're going. I can just already see from the graphics and that. Haven't heard this at all or seen this, but let's see what we got.
Maybe I'll just be fucked up forever.
Hey.
Should've figured myself out by now.
Nope.
I don't wanna tear myself open, no. But it's
that's important. I have to pause there because you will never know. People tend to chase this fucking pipe dream that they know who they are. You will never ever know who you are. Ever. You will learn things. That's what's so beautiful about this life. What's so beautiful about your existence, that if you knew down to the T who you were, your life and your existence would have no substance or meaning. You do not know who you are, and that is forever changing. You do not know who you will be a minute before you die. You do not know how you will react. Different situations bring different things out of people. And this is what people don't understand, is that you are who you are right now in this current environment, in this current situation where you're not being pressed. But let me put you in a situation like World War II and the Holocaust. Who will you be then? Can you tell yourself who you will be? Unless you're in that environment, you would not. You would not know. And that will be forever changing. Different types of situations, adversities that you have to face is going to change who you are. And you're going to be like, wait a second, I never thought I'd ever react that way, or I'd ever deal with something like this way. You don't ever know who you are, and that's the beautiful thing about it, is you're ever changing, you're ever evolving, you're building. It's a work in progress. Enjoy the journey. Live in the question. Stop trying to live in the answer.
But it's hard to care when you bleed out. So won't you break me down, make me get better. I confess I'm a mess, I'm kind of better. Well, maybe I was destined to disappear.
Hey.
We're just a room full of strangers, looking for something to save us. Alone together we're dying to live.
He's actually kind of like vilifying my validating my premise over here, as we're just a room full of strangers. We don't really know who we are. We can shift to, our personas and our way of dealing, or our ability to control certain situations is forever evolving. So we're just a room of strangers. We never really know who we are. So he is playing into my premise over here with a room full of strangers. Yeah, I like that.
Save us, alone together we're dying to live, we're living to die. Dying to live, living to die. We're just a room full of strangers. Well, I guess my guardian angel missed the memo. Walking on razors again. And we swore to God we'd never let this happen. No. We dragged ourselves through hell.
absolutely insane. Obviously, the music video is a little bit more, but I understand the concept. I see why he's doing that, right? So the whole idea of this music video is, but he's taking it from a very sort of dark perspective in terms of he's playing on all we are is these experimental beings, right? So we try all of these things that cause pain and puts us in these situations that are uncomfortable, right? Like you see with the needles in the back and things like that. So, we're just these experiments in society, and then, we're living to die, and then we're dying to live, essentially. So playing from the psychology's perspective, saying, we're dying to live, but we don't really know how to do that. So therefore we're just living to die, as if there's really no meaning to any of this, right? So it's playing this from a very dark angle, from a very depressive angle. It's how you would see the world when you're down and out, when you're dealing with anxiety, when you're dealing with depression. You tend to philosophize about your life in a very negative way. So you go into the very meaningless existence sort of spectrum, where you feel like there really is no meaning to this existence. Like, we're just this ball floating that came by chance. And we evolved to this point, and you live, and you were lucky to actually be alive, and you'll be you will be lucky to live as long as you can, and then you just die and you go into the dirt, and nothing, you'll be forgotten. It's a blimp in the bigger picture, essentially. So if you're going to go into the philosophy and the science of all of that and the religion of all of that, there's a lot to be discussed, and you can disseminate this in so many different ways, and dissect this in so many different ways. But if you just bring it down to the base level thought process, is it not a better existence believing that there is meaning to something? Is there not a better existence that even after you're gone, what you've left behind can actually make somebody else's existence better? Is that not a better existence? Is it not better to believe that who you touch and how you interact with people can leave a lasting mark on that person and society even after you're gone, that can dramatically change, if not just one person, it can dramatically change one person's life? Is that not a worthwhile existence? Right? So sure, we might just be this experiment, but this might be a whole simulation over here. Right? But for your own psyche, do you not feel better when you feel that there is meaning to life? And not meaning to life just while you were alive, meaning to the fact that you could leave something behind that could dramatically change someone else's life. It's a beautiful thing to live by. Even if you believe that none of this exists. I mean, if you go by the Einstein's watch theory, I don't know if it was Einstein himself. I think it might have actually been someone else. I might be confusing the intellectual over here. But the theory of the watch, where there's absolutely no one in its existence. There's nobody. It's just you on the beach, and there's no life at all on Earth. It's just yourself. And in the waves, you see this gleaming thing that's coming towards you, and it's tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. And as it comes and crashes and it lands by your feet, you see this beautiful, intricate pocket watch with all these beautiful gears and everything, and it's so pristine and precise, right? But there's no one around you. There's no life at all. It is just you, and you only have two conclusions that you can make. Either that pocket watch came around over time, where it's like waves crashing and sand crashing, and a whole bunch of molecular things over thousands of years managed to put that watch together into that precision, to that level of detail, playing into the evolutionary theory. It's either that, or somebody created it. There was someone that created that timepiece. I'm not saying which one's right or wrong. Or, if you want to take Einstein's doctrine, maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe it's intertwined. We don't know. But at the end of the day, there's too much beauty and intricacy in this world, to such in-depth levels, to at least not have to think about your life as being meaningless. I don't think there's so much beautiful intricacy in this world that happens so by chance that your existence here today on this earth is meaningless. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But maybe the thought process that you mean something and you will leave something for someone else is probably a better thought process than to believe that we're just all here to suffer and die. I don't know. It's up to you. Let's go.
Save us, alone together, we're dying to live, and we're living today. Dying to live, living to die, it never stops. Getting raises across all my eyes and the pages.
I love this hook though.
We're just dying to live, and we're living today. Dying to live, living to die, it never stops. It don't.
I love the conviction in Ollie's voice. I've said this so many times. The conviction in his voice is so pure, it's so authentic, which I love about it. And why I say it's authentic is because Ollie Sykes, if people don't know, actually does struggle with this. He does have some like mental health where he struggles with a lot about his life. You know, I think he's gone through a level of addiction that was very tough to deal with. He's gone through a life that was very tough to deal with. He struggles with depression, struggles with anxiety. You know, so what I like about him is that he really does sort of try to equalize that through his artistry, where he's like, I might not be able to cure myself, but I can at least equalize the frequency for a bit in my artistry. And he puts a lot of this art as, I think, a way of therapy in terms of like dealing with his pain. So much of his music is like that, and that's what I call an artist, man. That's what they do. They're meant to push out authenticity so that the relatability is absolutely palpable. Come on.
We're just a room full of strangers, looking for something to save us. Alone together, we're dying to live, and we're living today.
Yes.
Dying to live, living to die, it never stops. Getting raises across all my eyes and the pages. 'Cause you and I were just dying to live, and we're living today. Dying to live, living to die, we're just around. We're just around. We're just a room full of strangers.
It's okay. Yep. Maybe we're strangers. Maybe we're just a bunch of weirdos. Maybe we're a bunch of experiments. But maybe it means something. You don't know. Take the journey through life. Figure it out. That's what life's about. I love you all. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.